Now, you said you called the NFL weak because of bad contracts and dirty owners and fears that many women in your shoes will be feeding their husbands through straws.
Yes.
Okay, why dirty owners?
Well, the owners of the NFL know good and goddamn well that they make more money than any of the other professional sports in America, and yet they don't have guaranteed contracts for these players. And I understand, I get it. People are like, well, they get injured so much. Well, that's actually why they should have guaranteed contracts. I think that they take advantage of that whole, oh, well, they're injured all the time, so we don't want to give them guaranteed contracts. It's bullshit. And then they have this CBA, first of all, the NFLPA is full of shit as well. DeMaurice Smith needs to be fired. He's a piece of shit for telling these players to agree to a 10-year labor deal. No one signs a 10-year anything. Nowhere in America is someone signing a contract with you for 10 years, unless it's like owning a home or something, but a labor deal. And so now they're stuck in this contract for 10 years where if you're let's say you're going to be a free agent, they can do a first round tender or tag is what they call it. And then the next year they can franchise tag you, and then they can double tag you. They can hold you for 4 years for a 1-year contract, the way the CBA is set up, and you can't go anywhere. You're not a free agent. You don't get to choose where you want to go. They can just trade you to somebody else. Like, it's just a bullshit ass situation, and the owners don't give a fuck about the players. They always preach this loyalty and familyhood and brotherhood in the locker room, but the minute some shit goes sideways to where they feel like you're not giving them more than they're giving you, then they dump you. There's no family, there's no loyalty, there's no brotherhood at all in the NFL. And I hate that they get these guys in this locker room and they brainwash them and they mind fuck them and make them think that they're a family, and then they think like when it's time to negotiate that somehow this billionaire that doesn't give a fuck about them is actually going to consider their feelings or consider how hard they worked or consider that one time when they played with that pulled hamstring or when they played with that torn that MCL sprain. They don't give a fuck. They're going to get rid of you. So you should do whatever's best for you at all times.
I mean, what do you think about the whole Jerry Richardson situation, how he has to sell the Panthers?
I think that if we had some hidden cameras and microphones on all 32 owners, they would all be selling the fucking team. So he's not special. He just got caught. That's it. And the saddest part about Jerry Richardson is he was in the fast food industry before here, and he did the same thing there. He was a racist, pussy-grabbing piece of shit. And they kicked him out of that industry, so he bought an NFL team. Now they're kicking him out of this industry. He's going to go to another industry, be the same racist, rapey motherfucker. Because he's a billionaire, it's okay to grab people by the pussy, force your fingers up their pussy, force massages, call people niggers, all this stuff. If you're a billionaire, you can get away with all that. But the minute I said Jew, I was like fucking stoned. They wanted to stone me to death. Just because I abbreviated Jewish. Like, these motherfucking billionaires are doing the most, but because they're a billionaire, you'll allow it.
I mean, have you seen any kind of sexual assaults or misconduct in football?
Have I seen any?
Yeah.
No, I mean, I've experienced some. Like, I've had 2 situations my entire time as a broadcaster, journalist, or whatever you want to call it. I've had 2 guys, approach me in a disrespectful, what I would call a sexually harassing tone, and I just threatened to shoot both of them in the fucking face. And that's probably why my career didn't take off like most people did, because I'm not with none of those shits. You can't touch me. You can't tell me you're gonna touch me. You can't do none of that shit to me. And I'm not going to allow anyone to do anything to me to get a job. Not happening.
Well, Puffy wants to buy the Panthers, as well as Steph Curry. Mm-hmm. Do you see that happening?
No, even though I wanted to. I don't think they would let, I think they would let like an Oprah or a Michael Jordan type of black person own an NFL team, but not a real nigga like Puff or Steph Curry. Nah, no real niggas allowed. Because then when you have these owners meetings, the little fuck shit, the little racist shit that they say, it's not going to fly no more. You're not going to be able to say none of that shit. You're not going to get away with it. And then also, I think that if you had a real nigga owner, they would probably be pushing to change some of the rules. You know, they would probably be pushing for more pro-black things to happen around the league. They don't want that. They don't want us in there. Because then once you let one of us in, we all coming.